let me ask you this question. When was the last time you saw an Instagram reel from a podcaster and actually stopped to watch their full-length episode? Be honest. I can tell you for sure for myself, I don't want to speak in absolutes because maybe it happened, but I'm pretty sure I've never done that once. Why short form and long form audiences are basically completely different species. The first thing you need to understand is this. Short form and long form audiences aren't the same person in different moods. They're actually different people. Like literally. Like think about consumption context. When you're watching short form content, where are you? You're in the bathroom taking a dump. Okay, maybe just me. That's when I consume a lot of short form content. Don't lie, you know you do it too. That's when you're scrolling on the toilet. That's probably when I do it the most, actually. When it's not that though, maybe you're waiting in line at a coffee shop. You're sitting on the couch doom scrolling for 20 minutes before bed. Don't do that. You're in the health and fitness realm. You already know not to do that. So maybe that's not you. But generally, that's when some people are consuming the short form content. They just want a quick dopamine hit, right? 30 to 60 seconds, and that's it. You're not ready to commit to anything. You're just looking for distraction. Long form is completely different. You're commuting to work. You're going for a walk. You're on the treadmill at the gym. You got your headphones on or your AirPods. I'm kind of against those nowadays too. I'm way just like so far gone, like with the EMFs and all that stuff. But if you do have them, right, you probably have them on and you're getting a workout in, but you're ready to invest some attention into a podcast. You're not looking for the quick hits. You're ready to learn something deep. The mindset is completely different. Short form consumer is basically saying, hey, give me entertainment now, you clown. Right? That's all they want. They want you to do tricks. They want you to be funny. They want you to be entertaining. Long form consumer is saying, I'm ready to learn something. Can we be friends? Can I trust you? Right? They're not the same audiences. Now, this might explode in my face like someone shook my white Monster right before I opened it. Love those things. Today, I am drinking, again, another Strawberries and Cream Zero. This is a fan favorite now that I'm putting out these episodes. So anyway, sorry. This might explode in my face, okay? But let me ask you this question. When was the last time you saw an Instagram reel from a podcaster and actually stopped to watch their full-length episode? Be honest. I can tell you for sure for myself, I don't want to speak in absolutes because maybe it happened, but I'm pretty sure I've never done that once. I've asked other people and everybody that comes to me with this, right? Whether they're clients or just, the average person that's like interested in sharing knowledge about whatever it is, social media, like, hey, don't you have to put short clips out? And then I ask them too. And I'm like, hey, when was the last time you actually followed through and did that? So far, I have not gotten one person to say yes. Right. So just be honest, right? We'll go with at least it's rare, but probably never. You either scroll right past it or you might like it, but you don't go hunt down their podcast. The platforms themselves, thinking about Instagram, TikTok, and all those things, like longer videos don't perform well because that's not what the audience wants, right? The platforms give the audience what they want, and people go to those things for short form content. That's like the equivalent of me trying to sell someone a steak when I hang out inside of a vegan restaurant. Different audiences. Here's a huge one that podcasters actually miss, though. When you get that viral short, you're not converting doom scrollers into podcast listeners. You're attracting people who only want shorts. They flood your channel. They watch nothing but shorts. And the algorithm sees low engagement on the long form and stops serving actual podcasts to them. You didn't grow your podcast. You just allowed the wrong audience to infiltrate your channel. That hurts. All right. And not to get political, but there's some shit like that happening in the country. I'm going to get some shit for saying that. My bad. But we can at least have fun with it, all right? So if shorts aren't the answer, what actually does grow a podcast? And that's where we're going next. The problem, again, is when you put IG Reels and TikToks and YouTube Shorts, you're asking the audience to jump through way too many hoops in order to get back to your podcast, right? Again, just think about the whole experience of being on social media. A viewer sees your clip on one of the short form social media platforms. They think it's interesting, but now what? They have to click on the link in your bio, or they have to comment and wait for a DM. They have to switch apps, maybe even multiple times. They have to find your podcast on YouTube or Spotify, right? Like if they don't, right then and there don't do it, they have to search for it later or whatever. We're talking like 3 different friction points before they even hit play. And most people won't complete that journey. They'll drop off somewhere in the middle because that's just simply too much. You're asking for somebody for way too much just to consume your podcast. You want that barrier to be super low. The platforms even punish you for trying to do this too. Instagram doesn't want you sending people to YouTube. TikTok doesn't want you sending people to Spotify. So you're fighting against the algorithm and human behavior at the same time. Every step you ask someone to take, another step, there's another chance for them to drop off. Asking them to switch apps, like, best of luck, man.